Good morning, everybody. My name's David Levine. Why would anybody leave 30 years in Silicon Valley to come down here? Beaches, international culture, an ocean you can swim in, and incubate Miami and all these startups. That's one of the big reasons I came down here. I ran into Gerard a few months ago. He brought me over to meet Mark and Chad. And ever since then, I've become pretty much a fixture over there. It's like a second home. Living with these companies you're seeing today, watching all the hard work they've put in and taking slideshows that you wouldn't believe the difference between day one and today. The financial models they've put together, all the different things they've been through. Now, like most of us, we all happen to have our favorite children, even though we might not admit it. In this case, you're going to see the next presenter, David Cohen, and his company Extend Events. David's one of the startups I've been working with, and he got me so excited, and I love the space so much, that as you'll see, I'm now a member of the team. So, hoping you'll get behind us and help me take this to where it should be. It's a huge space, the event space. As he'll tell you, brands and companies spend over $96 billion on events, and they don't get any return for the money. So with no further ado, my rock star, David Cohen.
I am very excited to bring you my company, Extend Event. I mean, what's more exciting than events? I've been in the event space. I came to Miami about 20 years ago, and I fell in love. I love events. Everybody loves going to events. They're very exciting. And I've been working in the industry, like I said, 20 years, but the problem that's come up is, if you notice, the only thing that's really changed in the event industry is it's become more elaborate. You know, to get you to go to the events, you have to have Lady Gaga dancing with penguins, giant ice sculptures. You know, you have to really create an amazing experience in order to get people to go there. But the problem is that how do you connect with those people? How do brands connect with those people with all these things going on? So, right now, they are most likely, for the past 7 years, I've been dealing direct with brands trying to solve this problem. I've been working with companies like Southern Comfort, IBM, Bank of New York Mellon, all trying to figure out exactly how they can connect their message. And right now, brands are demanding, especially now with all the technology that's accessible and the things going on, they are demanding a tangible return on their investment. Why? Because they're spending a tremendous amount of money to get you there and try to connect you with their message. But the problem is, most of that money goes up in flames. It doesn't get used. So one of the reasons is there's no accurate attendee data. They don't know who's coming to the event most of the time. They don't know why they came to the event, so there's no way to connect to those people. Next, you have no understanding of the user behavior. If I brought you to my event because I wanted you to try different products, I'm not even sure which products you tried. On top of that, you have no way to connect to the post-event experience. So even if I could get your data, even if I could figure out how you tried it, there's no way to connect once you leave. And finally, probably the biggest problem is there's no campaign tie-in or social media to be able to continue that event past that. And I'll give you a great example. How many people, when you first walk into the door of an event, this is what you see? Hey, let me join your email list. Most people have a fake email, or they don't give their real email because there really is no true value to that. I did an event for one of our clients a couple of months ago. We collected 600 email addresses. Out of 600 email addresses, 437 of those email addresses were not good. But there is a solution. The solution that we came up with is this. We want to connect the real world experience, the event world, to the online world. And how are we going to do this? Brands have events. Brands try to get attendees to come to those events. This is where we come into play. Now they're going to connect to our Extend Event Cloud platform. By connecting to that platform, they're going to be able to connect and distribute messages through all their social networks to themselves, their friends, their family, anybody they want to connect that message to. But what's really interesting is while they connect to all these different experiences, we're aggregating data. All the data on the people, what they're doing, what they're interested in, we give that back to brands. And by giving that back to brands, we now change that attendee to a brand ambassador. And by doing that, We create an endless marketing loop. It just keeps going around and around. The more information, the better the presentation and the better the results will be, creating for them an endless return on their investment. How do we do this? As Richard said, right now we're using NFC technology. So one of the parts of the platform is you can actually validate access. We know sometimes when you go to an event, there's long lines, it's hard to get in, there's a lot of ticket fraud, but by actually tapping your NFC pre-registered bracelet, it could show whether your access is denied or access is granted simply to get into the event. Then we have you can share with your friends via social media. We all know that as soon as something great happens, you get a new job, some good news happens, the first thing we want to do is we want to tell someone about it. And with social media, it's become easier than ever. So with our system, simply by tapping different stations and different incentives that you're interested in, you can actually share all that with all your friends and family. And this platform can be built into anything. That Android tablet, you could build it into a Red Bull can. You can do whatever you want. It's easily scalable. And that's exactly what we do. We're delivering the brand's message from the event world to the real world. What's even more exciting is Facebook says that if we did an event for 600 people, that the average Facebook friend has about 190 friends, so that equals that we've been able to connect to over 100,000 people by an event for 600 people. Most of the time now, you can't even connect to 600 people, let alone 100,000 people. It gets a little bit more exciting than that, because once they connect to a brand, what the statistics say is that you're over 50% more likely to buy something, and you're over 60% more likely to recommend that to somebody else. Our marketplace, it's a huge marketplace. $96 billion are spent on over 1.1 million events with over 100 million attendees. That does not include concerts, festivals, sporting events, and the huge market for collegiate events. These are some people that do a lot of events. The reason I know this is some of these are my clients. They're existing clients. They're the ones that have given us feedback, letting me know exactly as we go through the process what features work. So they've helped design this and looking forward to us launching the product. Product monetization. How are we going to make money with this? Well, if everybody knows the event industry, there's all different kinds of events, so we've adopted to that. We have platform pricing for meeting and conferences. We have pricing for social media for branded events. We have ongoing marketing campaigns and industry analytics and big data. The team. I'm David Cohen. I told you a little bit about myself. The one thing I can really say is that I love events. I mean, it's in my blood. I love it more than anything. I mean, what's more fun than going to events? You just saw David Levine. I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, everybody knows it's very hard to follow this path, but to have somebody on the team that's actually been down that road from Silicon Valley, did a startup, sold a startup, to have him on the team, it's an amazing thing. We also have Santiago. Santiago's been with Bacardi for 12 years. He knows brands, how to market to brands, how to sell to brands better than anybody I've ever met. And the guy behind the scenes is Chuck. Chuck can build anything. They say if you build it, they will come. Well, he can build it. Next, we have advisors. What's interesting about the first two advisors is that these are actual clients. I did events with Isabel when she was at City National Bank and Wachovia. She helps give feedback, and she's very interested in seeing where we can take the product, as well as Chapin. I did events with him for Southern Comfort, Budweiser. He's actually right down here doing an event for Jack Daniels. We got Robert Stramberg. He is the CEO of the Economic Development Corporation. To have that kind of support on a local level is very important. And the one thing that I've learned through trials and tribulations of being an entrepreneur, it's great to have a lawyer on your team because you're going to need him. Capitalization. We are looking for $350,000 for our seed round. We are about 20% into our software. We're looking to finalize all the feature sets and pricing, development and rollout, infrastructure and staffing, sales and marketing, strategic partner development. And with that, my company is Extend Event, and we are events with benefits. Thank you very much.